I'm sure we could all recall at least one occasion that we had with our mother that is quite memorable. So in this video, I'm going to be spending some time speaking about some traits of my mother that I really admire. And I'm sure that these are some traits that your mother also possesses. So let's just get into this video now. I come from a family with little means, and what I want to do is to carry you back to my primary school and my secondary school days to tell you some of the sacrifices that my mother had to make in order for me to get a proper education. Now, I went to a primary school in Tobago and secondary school as well in Tobago, Wim Anglican Primary School, and then to Scarborough Secondary School. Now, whenever I did promotion exams and I got my book list, one of the first acts that I could recall my mother doing is calling my aunts and uncles and family members to ask if they had any of those books available. And if they didn't have the books, the next act is to go to the market on a Saturday, right after we got the book list, to go to the market in Tobago, that is in Scarborough itself, and we would go there and look for any second-hand books there. And then from there, she would go to the bookstores and look for second-hand books, and only if there were no second-hand books, then I would be able to, it was a privilege for me to actually have a brand new book. So my mother taught me about sacrificing and being able to use whatever little I have to get the work done. So all those parents out there, all those mothers who are making those sacrifices to try to get the relevant books and resources and so for your children, kudos to you. Keep up the good work. Your sacrifice is not going in vain. So yes, buying brand new books, that was a luxury for me. Most times were second-hand books when I was going to primary school and secondary school. So I'm very thankful for my mother and those sacrifices. Let's go on to our next story, you guys. Guys, I would describe my mother as a magic chef. I can recall sometimes when I was younger when there was not much at all to cook home, and this lady will work up some magic to provide a meal. For example, I can recall there was a time when she had dal or split peas, that's the yellow peas. For those international viewers, you could just do a little Google search and you'll be able to find out what dal is. So dal, and she had some flour, and mommy made a dal dumpling soup, and that was quite tasty. There's that. There were some times when all we had was some pumpkin in the yard, and she'll use that pumpkin and make pumpkin and rice, or there'll be lentil peas and dumpling, or lentil peas and rice, no meat. But her ability to at least provide some meal with whatever little that was available. I can recall there are times as well when she'll send me in the bush to just get some banana or fig, green fig as it's called, and we'll have to make something. I don't know if you guys would be familiar with this. For those international viewers, again, you'll have to do a little Google search. For example, there was fig tal curry, and there's baigan choka, tomato choka. Magic chef making do with whatever little she had and being able to create something magical and quite tasty. So again, all those ladies out there who are making the sacrifices and using whatever little you have to care for your children, thank you so much for what you're doing, and remain committed. Thank you, Mom, as well. Let's move on to another story, you guys. My mother had a significant role in me studying law. I can recall when I applied to study law the first occasion, I was accepted, but I declined the offer because I don't think my family was in a position to make that sacrifice for a period of 5 years then. The year after, I reapplied and I got accepted again, and I spoke to my mother and I told her, yes, well, I got accepted into law school again. Should I go or should I not go? And with all of the challenges that we know what have been facing us through this journey, Mommy said, let's go ahead. And I decided to accept the offer, and there were some difficult moments, a lot of difficult moments, but there were some periods of joy as well through the entire process. And I successfully completed the program, graduated with first class honors, valedictorian, and so on. I think I brought a lot of joy to my parents' life when I completed that program. And I know many of you are asking for me to do a video about my experience in law school. I will one of these days. I'll do that video just for you guys, but not now. So yes, I'm very thankful for my parents and my mother and the sacrifices that she has made over the years. Now, you guys may have your mother alive just as I have my mother alive today in making this video in 2021. And my encouragement to you is that you really appreciate your parents, your mother, your father, as much as you can while they're alive. Show them how you appreciate them by doing activities with them, going places, showing that form of respect as well to them. And even to those parents out there, know that your words have a significant impact on your children's life. There are times when I'm in court, at the children's court, the family court, and I'm very heartbroken by some of the reports that I may read or some of the instructions I may hear from children as to how parents are treating their children. My encouragement is that you know that or understand that your role and your words and acts, they have impacts upon your children. So be very mindful as to how you are in fact making efforts to encourage and to support and build your children rather than breaking them down. You guys, I know that many of you would be looking at this video during a period of pandemic. I've been speaking to friends around the world as well, and many of us are in periods of lockdown. So let's make the sacrifices, stay put, stay at home as much as you can, do the social distancing, hand washing, and all of the other requirements so that we can all get through this pandemic safely. Happy Mother's Day to all of those mothers who are looking at this video. Thank you guys so much for your support. Even to my mother, I know she looks at my videos very often. You guys, take care for now. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in my other video. Take care. Bye.